Hi everyone, welcome back to Hobby Rose Cook. If it's your first time here, my name is Marceline. Welcome and I'm happy to have you. We're going to be making a lovely full course meal for you and your love, whether it be Valentine's, birthday, or celebrating anniversary, or just a regular date night. We're going to start off by roasting the garlic. We're going to cut that top part off, remove the excess shell, and then we're going to grease it with some olive oil, sprinkle on a little black pepper and salt, and we're going to wrap it in a foil paper, add it to the oven and allow it to roast, or you can just put it in your air fryer. Now starting off with my appetizer, I'm making some red pea soup. I added small bites of beef in there, and as soon as the peas is cooked, I'm gonna add a few vegetables. This is gonna be a lightweight soup. I will only add some carrots, potatoes, and I'm gonna go ahead and knead up some dough, and I'm gonna make some small dumplings. These are just appetizer. I didn't even have to put any dumplings in there, but I can't have my red pea soup without a little dumpling. So I have my flour, water, salt, and I'm gonna knead the dough, and I'm just gonna pinch and roll into some small, some of them are like a button size. Alright, that's it. I'm just gonna let that boil for a couple minutes, then I'm gonna add my seasoning. I have some thyme, scallion, and a scotch bonnet pepper. If you have a green one, that's fine. I'm using a habanero, and I'm adding some chicken seasoning, or if you have beef seasoning. Now I'm gonna go ahead and also add a little coconut milk, maybe about a quarter cup, and let that cook down. Alright, moving on to my steak. I have this lovely ribeye steak. I'm gonna just rinse it, pat dry, and then we're gonna go ahead and season with some salt, some black pepper, and I'm adding a little Cajun seasoning, making sure that I press the seasoning in the steak, and I'm gonna set it aside. Make sure your steak is not cold. After seasoning, I wasn't ready to cook it, so I put it in the fridge, but I took it out about 30 minutes before I'm ready to add it to my pan. Alright, so you want to make sure that it's not cold on the inside when you're cooking this. So I'm not going to use my cast iron today. I'm going to try out this pan to see how well it will sear the steak, and it seared it very well. I'm going to add some olive oil. You want to add a generous amount so that you can get a good sear on your steak. Alright, sear the steak. As you can see, it has a beautiful crust. It's seared nicely, and I'm going to do the next side. When that next side is finished, I'm going to also do the fatty side. Alright, so you want to make sure that each part of this is seared, and then we're going to go ahead and add some butter to the pot. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter. I also added some garlic and thyme. If you want to add a piece of rosemary, feel free to go ahead. You want to go ahead and just tilt your pan and baste your steak with the butter. Alright, and depending on the temperature that you're going for, I'm going for a well done steak. If it's not well done, I don't want it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, baste it, and then I'm gonna put mine to finish off in the oven. I'm gonna deglaze the pan with some red wine and some beef broth. I'm just creating a little sauce to go with the steak. You don't necessarily have to do this, or if you're making it, you can also add some chopped onion in there before deglazing the pan. I'm thickening the sauce with just a little cornstarch and water. And if you want to add some store-bought steak sauce, that's fine as well. Alright, moving on to my shrimp. I'm going to go ahead, add some paprika and some seafood seasoning, and that's it. I'm just going to be grilling this on the stove top in a grill pan. I was going to make some garlic butter shrimp, but everything else has garlic butter in it, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep the shrimp plain by just grilling it. I kept the tails on because it just looked more attractive on your plate. You don't necessarily have to, but the shrimp is shelled and deveined, alright, and it's properly clean. And that's basically it. You can give them 3 minutes on each side and your shrimp is nice and juicy. Just remove them from the pan, and we're going to move on to my salmon. I'm just going to grease it with a little olive oil, and I have this salmon seasoning. I have it for a while now. I'm not sure where I bought it, but you can go ahead and screenshot the ingredients that are on it because it's really good. Now I'm just gonna go ahead, season the salmon, and I did place it in the fridge just like the steak. I season everything in the morning early, and then I put them in the fridge. Before I'm ready to cook it, I took it out about 20 minutes in advance. So now we're gonna go ahead and sear it, starting skin side down. The salmon is beautifully seared on both sides. Now we're going to make our sauce. We're going to be making a honey garlic butter sauce. So I have some of my garlic here that I roasted previously, and we're going to go ahead, add some to the butter. If there's too much butter in the pot, you can remove some. We're going to go ahead and saute the garlic, and I'm also going to add some red chili flakes, add my honey. I'm gonna add some white wine, whichever white wine you have. If you don't have any, you can go ahead and leave it out. And to this sauce, I will also add a teaspoon of lemon juice. Now to finish off, I'm adding a little fish sauce. It's optional as well. This is just to add a little color to my glaze. And then we're gonna add back our salmon and glaze it. Now I'm gonna make some pan roasted asparagus and carrots. You can cut them. You can cut them in any style that you want. I'm just making some slant cuts. I have my pan heated, and I'm gonna go ahead add some black pepper, some veggie rub, and then we're gonna place it in our grill pan. Now you're gonna wash your potatoes properly, make some little slant cuts. We're not cutting them all the way through. Then we're gonna go ahead and grease them with some olive oil and season to your preference. I'm adding some chicken seasoning on this, and then we're gonna wrap it in the foil and allow them to roast as well. Now the carrots are ready, the asparagus is ready, and we're gonna make our butter. We're making a garlic butter to put on our bread. I'm adding some butter, some of my roasted garlic, and some parsley. By now I'm rushing, so I'm using some dried parsley. You can use some fresh one. Go ahead and chop some fresh one and add it to your garlic butter. I'm gonna go ahead and slant my French bread, and we're gonna go ahead and butter the bread and add them in the oven along with the potatoes. You can go ahead and toast them as is, but I'm sprinkling on some Parmesan cheese. You can put them on the top shelf so that they can toast faster, and here they are out and ready. My potatoes are also ready. So now everything is ready and it's time to plate. I did make some homemade chocolate mousse. It's the first thing I make because it needs to be chilled in the fridge at least 4 hours. So I will go ahead and post that separately in a reel, so you can look out for that. So I'm just making a few cuts in the steak. You don't necessarily have to. I just was trying to make the plate look attractive enough and more appealing to the eye. Now I'm adding the asparagus and some carrots. Now for the salmon, I am gonna place it on a bed of rice. I made some yellow rice. If you haven't seen this video, I just posted a video making yellow rice. The only thing I did different in this is to add some parsley after the rice is cooked to give it that green effect. This is just a simple yellow rice recipe. There's no coconut milk. You want to check out my coconut curry rice, you can check that one out. But this is just turmeric and curry along with some seasoning. And my husband came home right on time and created a lovely lemon decor to go up beside the salmon. So go ahead, set your table however you see fit. I didn't do anything extra, nothing 5 star. I just add some gold silverware, and I really didn't do it like a restaurant style. I just set up a little thing, and everything was delicious. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, just celebrating anniversary, birthday, or just a date night, surprising your partner with a date night. Whatever it is, you can go ahead and try this entire meal. There was absolutely nothing left on any of the plate. Everyone came and take in and enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that video, and stay tuned for many more amazing recipes.